Hi everyone, I'm Sonsire Gonzalez, Realtor in beautiful Port Saint Lucie, Florida. In this video, we're going to discuss the top 3 places to retire in Florida with a couple of honorable mentions at the end. So stay tuned to the end. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified of all of my future content. I have a lot of content in this channel about new construction and prices and just beautiful homes that you can build from scratch in Port Saint Lucie. So feel free to look around and say hello in the comment section. The number 1 place, the most popular place to retire in Florida has to be the Villages. The Villages has 138,000 residents. That's a lot of people. It's a really big chunk of land that they've taken and built this amazing place with 71,000 homes, and home prices, according to my research, start at about $500,000, which is not bad. Their HOA fee is $179 a month, but it does not include lawn care from the research that I've done. I'd be curious to know if it includes cable and internet. If you guys know the answer to that, please drop it in the comment section down below. That would be super helpful for everyone that's considering Florida and want to know what is included in the Villages. The Villages is located 45 miles northwest of Orlando. So to drive to the beach, it's in the center of Florida. So to drive to the beach, it's about 2 hours to Clearwater Beach or 2 hours to Daytona Beach on the East Coast. They have tons of activities, 3,000 different clubs to join, tennis, bocce ball, pickleball courts, dancing, fishing. They even have a movie theater, and the Villages has its own hospital, which is incredible. They have 50 golf courses. That's huge. That's like, it sounds like an incredible place. I've never been there, so I can't really say anything offhand. I can't say anything about the feeling of living there or anything like that. But what I can tell you is that I have tons of clients that call me and say, hey, we live in the Villages, we're trying to sell, we don't like it here because X, Y, and Z, and we want to consider Port Saint Lucie, so we'd love to take your new home tour. And so that's how I hear of things that happen in the Villages. And let me tell you, it's pretty consistent. I hear it's very intense politically. It's very intense, the things that they're into. So not everybody. I'm sure that there's, weird people everywhere, but I don't know. It has a reputation. If you know stuff about the Villages and you know what I mean, then drop it in the comment section down below. That would be very helpful. There's some things I just cannot say. I cannot get myself to say because I don't want to start a war. But yeah, the Villages has a reputation. It sounds like an incredible place to live with a lot of activities, and really the HOA fee is super affordable, $179. You still have to cut your own grass though, so I don't like that. I don't like the idea of moving to Florida and having to cut grass. I mean, I live in Florida. I've always been in Florida. But I live in a community where they cut my grass, where my cable bill is paid for, my internet is paid for, and it's just really nice to never have to think about those things. I never ever have to worry. And for me, my HOA fee is totally worth it. But anyway, next on the list of great places to retire in Florida is On Top of the World in Ocala. On Top of the World has 11,000 residents. They're going to have a total of 10,000 homes, which is pretty good size community, 13,000 acres, and their home prices, which is what I like from the research I've done. I don't know how accurate this is, but it seemed to be pretty up-to-date information. Their home prices start at about $300,000, which is a really good deal. And so they have a lot of activities there too, not as much as the Villages does, but it seems to be a really fun place to live. So for children to visit, if they're under 18, they can be there for 30 days at a time, no more than that. It's just like the Villages, and that's pretty typical in 55 plus communities. Your kids that are under 18 can stay for 30 days at a time, and then they have to go. Some places is 60 days, some places is 90 days, but for the most part, if you're in a 55 plus community, it's because people don't want to see kids on the daily. They don't want to see kids playing basketball outside. They don't want to see kids skateboarding or whatever the reasons might be. I love that. I don't know that I want to live in a community where it's only old people, but that's just me. I'm not 55 yet, but if I was 55, I don't know. I'd have to visit these places. I know that there's some where I live here that I would totally live in, but anyway, let's stay on task. The honorable mentions, before I get to number one, the honorable mentions that I keep hearing about, I haven't visited, so I don't know, I can't say anything firsthand, is Margaritaville in Daytona Beach. It sounds amazing, but just from the research that I did, it feels very theme park like, in my opinion. It seems like Disney World. I want to visit Disney World and I like going there and I want to be there, but I don't want to live there. I want to live in a normal neighborhood, and this just doesn't seem to me like it's, I don't know. I didn't like the way it looked from the research that I did. If you guys have visited Margaritaville, if you live in Margaritaville, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me how you feel living there. Do you like it? I don't know. It feels too vacation-y for me for day-to-day living full-time in Florida. Latitude, Watersound. So that's also Margaritaville. Watersound is in the Panhandle. The Panhandle is, you know, Florida's like this. So here's Port Saint Lucie, here's Miami, here's the Panhandle right here. Oh my goodness. I have visited that area and I can tell you that the beaches are incredible. Like, you can't even believe that there's beaches so beautiful in Florida. The quality of the sand is beautiful. The water is turquoise, clear, amazing. It's really pretty. So I can imagine that Watersound must be beautiful. And I've actually driven all those neighborhoods, and I remember Watersound was incredible. I don't know the home prices. I couldn't really find information without having to register and do a bunch of stuff. So if you guys know more about Watersound, Margaritaville, that'd be great. You could put it in the comment section down below. That would be super helpful. Those are the two honorable mentions. Okay, so let's go over them again. The Villages, number one. Everybody talks about it. Everybody knows about it. It's a huge world of a place. And the second runner-up was Ocala's on top of the world, which is like maybe an eighth of the size of the Villages, but it still has a lot of activities and the home prices are really great. But it's in the center of Florida. I don't know, I'm a water person. I love the beach, and I want to know, even if I don't go every day, I want to know that the beach is there within 20 minutes, that I can get to it. I don't know, there's just something mental about being close to the beach for me. The two runners-up were Margaritaville and Daytona Beach, Margaritaville and Watersound in the Panhandle, okay? Then there's all the Del Webb communities throughout Florida. Del Webb is pretty great. They're not my favorite, but they are pretty great. And then we have the number one place to retire is actually, I was so excited when I was doing this research because it made it to a lot of the top lists of places to retire, is Port Saint Lucie. Port Saint Lucie is awesome. And that is, of course, I'm excited about it because this is where I work. This is where I do my new home tours for people. This is where I help people find home. So it's very exciting. What makes Port Saint Lucie awesome is all the options that you have, and the home prices are good. They're not as good as they used to be, but they're still really good in comparison to many cities in Florida. Port Saint Lucie is literally located on the east coast of Florida, 2 hours north of Miami. So it's a really great location if you need to get to international airports, if you need to get to cruise ports, whatever you need to do. It's a really great location. We are an hour and a half east of Orlando, right by the highway. I don't know, it's just really great. So I'll tell you what's exciting about Port Saint Lucie is all the options that you have to build a house in Port Saint Lucie. My favorite place in Port Saint Lucie to retire, if you're looking for a place that is 55 plus because you want to retire, my favorite place is going to be Riverland. Riverland is built by GL Homes, that's the builder, and Riverland is a total of about 12,000 homes. So it's a really large area in Tradition. And they have built 3 islands so far. I think they're on their 4th island. They're not islands like literal islands in the water. They're islands like pieces of land that they develop one at a time. They started with Valencia Cay, Valencia Grove, and now it's Valencia Walk. So yeah, they're on the 3rd island. It is really incredible, the amenities that they have there, their arts and cultural center, their sports complex. They even have an area where you can rent a box to garden. Like, it's a competition gardening there. It's really cool. There's a lot of things to do. There's food classes, art classes, just a whole bunch of stuff. I did a video, I'm gonna put it up here, that goes over just some of the amenities in Riverland. Riverland is a super long name. Riverland is built by GL Homes, and then they have 3 islands so far: Valencia Cave, Valencia Grove. Those 2 are sold out, and Valencia Walk is the one that they're currently selling. I don't know if they have lots at the moment, but if you're interested, drop me a message and I will find out, because when they get lots, they sell them that quick. They just released about 30 lots, and I think that they sold them all like within a week. So let me know if you guys are interested. I am going to insert right here a playlist of all the different floor plans and model homes that they have in Valencia Walk. It's incredible. Home prices start in the low 400s. And it's just really beautiful. If I was gonna live in a 55+ community, for sure I would pick Riverland. It's a great place. Then in Port Saint Lucie, you also have options like Esplanade. Esplanade is a more boutique kind community. It's only 600 homes, but it's a very luxurious community, very good prices, and their amenities are going to be really nice. They're going to have a concierge service. So if you say, hey, can I have someone come wash my car or take my dog to the groomers or whatever, that they're going to have that kind of thing there. It's a really great location and tradition. So Esplanade is really a good place to retire. Del Webb in tradition is really nice. For some reason, I don't know, a lot of people are huge fans of Del Webb. I'm not a huge fan. I shouldn't say stuff like that, but I'm not a huge fan. I think that their amenities lack in comparison to what everyone else has to offer. But if you want to book a new home tour and you want to add Del Webb to it, I'd be happy and super glad to take it. I shouldn't say that. They do have some really beautiful homes, like the Renown, the Stellar model. They have some beautiful homes. So I just, prefer Riverland myself. Then there is also Veranda Preserve. Veranda Preserve is a small community, but really pretty. It's built by Lennar, which I'm not a fan of Lennar, but Lennar has done a stellar job in this particular community, Veranda Preserve, and their prices are great. So if you guys want to add Veranda Preserve to a new home tour, I'm going to leave the link to my calendar so you guys can book yourself one. Oh my guinea pig is going crazy over there. All right. And then my favorite place to live in Port Saint Lucie, gated community, would have to be, even though it's not a 55+ community, it's going to be PGA Verano. PGA Village Verano is a wonderful place. Okay, here's why I love PGA Verano. Let me get comfortable. PGA Verano is built by Coulter Homes. 2,500 homes in total. They're halfway right now, so they have another 1,200, 1,300 homes to build. But what I love about PGA Verano is their amenities are beautiful. They have a lot of activities, and their homes are superior construction. When you walk into a Coulter home, you have super high ceilings, you have super large windows everywhere. It's just really good construction. I really like their floor plans. I really like PGA Verano a lot. So that's it. Those are the top places to retire in Florida. Let's just review them one more time. We have the Villages on top of the world, Margaritaville in Daytona Beach, Watersound, Margaritaville in Watersound in the Panhandle, and then Port Saint Lucie, which is exciting because the location is great and there's a lot of options. So if you want to take a tour with me, feel free to find the information down below, and you have a link to my calendar where you can just pick a day and set it up. You can select the communities that you want to see. If you need help with that, I can help you with that. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents, my information, my opinion on the top places to retire in Florida. I hope everybody here has a great day. Thank you for watching.